What's up, Billionaire Squad? It's your girl Donnathebillionaire, and y'all know I'm back with another banger. So, y'all, I want to just have this girl talk real quick because we need to get some things understood, okay? Now, just because a man pays bills does not make him a good man. Let me cook for a second, okay? Anytime that you are willing to be with a man only because he pays bills, but you're willing to let him cheat on you, he's emotionally unavailable, not emotionally intelligent, not supportive, he secretly hates you, he's insulting, he might be a narcissist, he might be competing with you, he might be envious of you. Like, it's so many different things that goes along with an actual good man. And paying bills is not the only thing. So let me cook, y'all, because I want you guys to understand something, right? If you are with somebody only for them to do something for you that you should already be doing for yourself, which is paying bills, this is what grown-ups do. We have to sustain our lifestyle. We have to take care of ourselves. This is something we should already be doing. So if you're with somebody, regardless of how they treat you, that means you are codependent. Let's be clear. Codependency is when you are too afraid to be without somebody because you cannot maintain your lifestyle on your own. That's codependency. And that is not healthy. For two, that does not contribute to you being the best version of yourself. And it's very dangerous because if you're in a codependent relationship, that means he can control you. And that also means no matter how he treats you, you're never going to leave because you're too afraid to maintain your life on your own. All right. Now that's a really scary situation. But like a good man, he's not going to have you checking into a mental asylum. Okay. Like a lot of these men, they destroy you mentally. You laying down, you having kids with these people. They not even fit to have kids with. They are not good providers. They do the bare minimum. They do breadcrumbs just in order to stick around. But you still have to struggle. And you still have to, like, literally, it's really a toxic situation. You mean to tell me that in 2025, we're not talking about 1992. We ain't talking about 2005. We talking about 2025. You still willing to lay down in a life or death situation, because when you give birth, you're putting your life on the line. So you're willing to lay down and go through childbearing for someone who can't even establish a savings account for you and this newborn baby that you about to have. So basically, every time the baby run out of diapers, you got to call this man and tell him that he need to bring the baby some diapers. Lord behold, y'all break up. Now you're a single mom and all of the expenses are on you. Part-time dads don't even realize how much children actually cost. They think the little money that they send is actually doing something. They don't know that this is a full-time expense. The child has to be warm. The child has to have running water. The child has to have shelter. The child has to have hygiene products. The child has to have clothes. The child has to have school. The child has to have child care when you have to go make the money to provide for the child. The child has to go to school. The child needs school supplies. The child has dance practice. The child has camp in the summer. The child wants to go to the movies with their friends. The child is now having graduation. The child has high school expenses, college expenses. Like, come on. So you want to lay down and bear a child for somebody who you have to ask every single thing for. This is pure insanity. If you're in a situation with a man and you have to work just as hard as you would by yourself, that's insanity. And then you still have to be there for him emotionally. You have to be there for him physically. If you know, you know. Half these men have so many insecurities and mental issues that you have to assist them with, that now your mental is depleted and you need to go get you some meds from the doctor, because now you are having mental issues because you're carrying so much of their weight. You're being so passive because you're trying not to be argumentative, because you're trying to keep peace in your home, that you're bottling up everything and you're not expressing yourself. You're not getting your, not only are you not expressing yourself, but you are not living even in your standard of living because you're trying to compromise for someone who is basically not even on your level. Every reason why we are supposed to only date being equally yoked. Somebody that is whole the way that you are. Somebody that is confident the way that you are. Somebody that has the wisdom that you have. Someone who is a good steward and knows how to prioritize finances, time, and relationships just as you do. Someone who knows how to maintain a home like you do. Somebody who is not afraid and always running from responsibilities. Someone who knows how to get through tough times and be resilient the way that you do. This is what being equally yoked means. Equally yoked don't always mean financial, because some of us have mantles on our lives where the woman might be the millionaire and the husband might make a cool 75 a year. We ain't tripping on that. He's still working hard. But equally yoked means that mentally we are on the same page. I'm not always having to bring you up to my level. That is too much to carry. It's way too much to carry. And as a matter of fact, if you are with somebody who is mentally not on your level, that is such a hard job that there should be compensation for that. Yes, he should be making a whole lot of money to where you probably shouldn't even have to work. If I have to teach you everything, if I have to be your bookkeeper, your secretary, your spiritual healer, your guidance, your counselor, your everything, I shouldn't have to work. Because little do you know, being everything to you is already a heavy job. Let alone I gotta cook, I gotta wash the clothes, I gotta entertain you, I gotta make this make sense. So ladies, y'all mean to tell me that y'all willing to take on all of this pressure, all of this mental stress, compromise your health, because stress depletes your health, stress depletes your beauty, stress basically creates blockages to where you are no longer creative. You can barely even think. You are barely even inspired anymore. It drains all your confidence. It's such a strain to be with somebody that you're unequally yoked with. That's why somebody paying a couple bills is just not enough, unless you're a lazy woman, unless you're a woman who has no aspirations, unless you're a woman who's only intrigued by the physical, what a man could do for you physically, which is not even really much nowadays. If you are a woman who have no aspirations, somebody paying your bills might do for you. But if you're actually living and you're a woman of value and you carry essence and you know that you are the table, not only that you bring things to the table, but you are the table, somebody paying a couple bills is not enough, my love. So I'm just saying all this to say this. If you are in a situation, half of y'all in situations where y'all not even married, y'all been with these men years on top of years. they literally will never marry you. They probably don't even like you. They're just comfortable. A lot of men are only with women because they need somewhere to stay. They need her for resources. They need her because she is more of the thinker. She's more of the one that carries all the common sense. Like, some of these men are only with y'all because it's beneficial to them, not because they actually like nor love you. And you've been in these situations for years and years and years, and y'all constantly keep laying down and having babies with these men that they cannot even barely help you take care of. So you with a man, you give him all of you, your body and everything, your future, your goals, everything goes out the window. And then you have to work just as hard with him laying right next to you as you would by yourself to take care of all of these multiple children that he keep on making you have. And because he pays bills that you are supposed to be self-sufficient enough to pay on your own, he's a good man. You know what I think? I think that you lack confidence. Because when you lack confidence, you are so afraid to step out there and just do it yourself because you're afraid that you might never find another person like him. You think that you will never find another man that could pay a bill. And that is very low self-esteem. I love y'all, but I'm just going to keep it 100. That's low self-esteem if you feel like, oh, well, it ain't that many men out there that pay bills. Who cares? What is it called? It's called the hierarchy or something like that, right? We learned about this in school. One of the first levels of hierarchy is self-sufficiency. You are supposed to be self-sufficient enough to maintain your lifestyle on your own. You should not be codependent on a man, which means you feel like if he walk out the door, you cannot survive. That is insanity. Pure insanity. So just think about this. First of all, being in codependent relationships are very unhealthy because you start to suppress yourself because you are too afraid to lose this maintained lifestyle that this person of power is maintaining for you. Because when a man do everything for you, a horrible man, not a good man. See, a good man, he don't mind, you know, you digging for a little gold because he got a lot of gold for you to dig for. But I'm saying, if you're dealing with a little boy, an insecure, controlling, narcissist, somebody who feel like the only way that he feels good about himself is if he makes you feel lower, somebody who doesn't know the value of a woman, so he don't understand that you actually being home, taking care of his children, being emotionally available for him, making sure everything is tight, being his bookkeeper, being his financial advisor, being his secretary, being his everything. He don't understand how valuable that is. So he makes you feel like that if you're not working, you mean nothing. I just learned about something in school. It's called I think it's called imputed revenue. Where it's not actually revenue that's coming in, but because you're cutting so many expenses because of being resourceful, which means he's cutting so many expenses because you're a stay-at-home mom. He don't have to pay no nanny. He don't have to pay no chef. He don't have to pay for his laundry to get done. He don't have to pay no street workers to come and pleasure him. Like, he's saving so much money because you're a stay-at-home mom, yet he's going to make you feel like you're doing nothing. That's a man who does not value a woman. Anywho, neither here nor there. I digress. Heavy on this all my hair. Make sure that y'all check the link in the bio and get the all organic hair oil that I sell. I make it at home. And it's amazing. Our base ingredients is going to be cloves, rosemary. Oh, Our basic ingredients is going to be cloves, rosemary, and avocado. I'm heavy on the avocado. If you're in the city of Tampa, make sure that you come and get your hair growth treatments. I do hair mask once a month, and it's avocado and some other ingredients that I use. Not gonna spill all the tea, but yeah. So if you're on your hair growth journey, make sure that you get that hair oil. The link will be in the bio. But codependency is very unhealthy, y'all, and somebody paying bills is not enough. A man has to be able to nurture you emotionally, mentally, heavy on the mental, because some of y'all is just way out of whack emotional. Y'all don't have emotional intelligence, so sometimes your emotions be all over the place. But mental, heavy on the mental, which means somebody wants you in mental peace. He don't want you having a nervous breakdown. He not trying to stress you out. He knows the things that's going to trigger you and make you angry, and he's going to try not to do them instead of doing it because he get a kick out of it. If you know I'm a busy person, why would you call my phone 1,000,000 times? That means that you don't care about my mental. You want me to have a nervous breakdown. That means you hate me. You're a demonic spirit. You hate me. You want to break me down. You want me to be in a shell of a person. That's toxic. Nobody with some sense is going to call somebody's phone 6 and 7 and 8 times back to back to back to back to back. What? That's a person that hates you. They want you to crash out. They want you to be angry. They want you to have an aneurysm. They want you to be stressed out. They want you to have a mental breakdown. It feeds their demons for you to be broken apart and not be the strong, anointed, powerful, inspirational woman that you are. Let's clock it. A man who wants to see you do anything other than smile and be at peace and live a soft life, he hates you. He is the seed of Satan, and the enemy has sent him to destroy you because you're too strong, too powerful of a woman, and your star is shining so bright. Do not allow a toxic relationship to steal all of your youth from you. We only have a certain amount of time to be young and vibrant and beautiful. Do not allow a toxic relationship to steal all that from you. Before you know it, you're going to be dried up, ugly, hair falling out, on anxiety meds, don't even have no dreams. You gave up on everything because you can't even think straight because your mental all over the place. You arguing every day. Everything is toxic. You got this man taking so much of your mental space that you don't even have enough space to be creative, inspirational, innovative. Think. Somebody paying a couple bills is not enough. He got to want to see you in peace. He got to want to see you happy. He got to know, oh, that she don't like that. That's going to trigger her. I ain't trying to trigger her. I love when she at peace. I want her mental at the best of the best because I know she going to create more. She going to make more. She going to do more. She going to be bigger than she ever been. But guess what? A lot of these men don't want you to be bigger than you ever been. They scared of you. They intimidated by you. They are envious of you, scared that you're going to get bigger than they could ever be and that you're going to leave them. They are insecure little boys. So with that being said, ladies, I hope y'all heard me out today. I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. As you know, I am Donnathebillionaire. Make sure you get your hair growth oil. And I will see you all in my next video.